You all right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't even. Yeah. Now we was talking about the source, yo. Like as far as my man Bus Craze, big up to my man Boogie Bus. He oh yeah, Bus produced the joint I love. The fucking shit we was playing earlier.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, big up Boogie Bus Craze. This cat's a fucking, you know what I'm saying, menace with these keyboards, all these crazy shit, yo. Bus is nice. So, but we was talking about the source. He was saying he was hot that like you guys didn't get a higher rating than the source, and I was just like, yo, the source has always been on some funny shit.
Hey, I always happy to get 4, bro.
Huh?
I say we didn't know what. I say this. They played a big part in us being where we was at anyway, as far as like our early first opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Because like they had us in Unsung Hype, you know, and all we knew about that was Biggie was there too, and a few other cats that we knew, because we was in that circuit, and just being on Stretch and Bob, it kind of introduced New York to us, because we were doing already what we were doing at home. But when we got on New York radio, and then, you know, even when we did the video for Wrong Side, they made a special page, because I said that in the verse. When we put that book up like that, they made that page just for the video. So, you know, for us, you know, I mean, like, a lot of people that we knew worked at the source, and, you know, was like happy that, you know, we were doing what we were doing. Kind of sort of the reason why Wrong Side became a single. We had a listening party for like all of the magazines and writers and shit like that. So everybody was there, and we played the songs. And Come On to Get Down stuck out, but when Wrong Side came on, I'm talking about like this is when John Schechter is there. And, you know, everybody that that you see doing, you know, any documentary with them on there, they were there. So this song, when Wrong Side went off, everybody was like, yo, play it again. So, okay, play it again. Yo, play it one more time. Play it like 8 times. I ain't lying. 8 times they asked us to play this song. And we was like, oh shit. Like, so people from the label was there. They looking at us, we looking at them like, they just was like, okay, so we know what the single is. And to get the reviews, like all of the reviews that we got in the source was good. Even for the second album, we got a 3.5, which I felt probably should have been more. But, you know, I was happy to even get that. Because like I said, like every time 2 times we put our albums out was against like everybody in the hip hop world. So like the first album when we put the record out, the same damn day, same day, Biggie, Math, Red, like Keith Murray, Eric Sermon, everybody put out records on that week. And I remember our first week we sold maybe like 10,000 records. The label was like, holy shit. Yo, that's crazy, because we didn't expect y'all to even do that much, you know, because of the week of we knew who was coming out.
Why did you guys do it that week still?
Because that, I mean, like, it was everybody's schedule was already set. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, there's nothing you really can do about it. You think you're gonna push shit back, but even if we did that, it was still the next week. Mobb Deep, I mean, whoever. It was just, that was the climate of artists that we was dealing with.
That's what I keep
like,
saying, you know, like those years was hot. There was so many cats that did not make it out of that era that were like fucking nice. Like I always go to like Rumpelstiltskins.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That album.
Yo, Bushwhackers came out when we came out. Actually, Palace Records was in the same building as Big Beat when we first came out. So I would see them in the hallways or see them outside in front of the building, and we did shows with them and shit like that. So, you know, them, like Dreadnoughts, you know what I'm saying, Boogie Monsters, like all of these, you got to think, I always equate hip-hop to sports. So it's like, I look at the years that every artist that came out, like drafts of the NFL, like quarterback drafts. Like you look at '83, they always say that was one of the dominant years.
Marino.
All these quarterbacks came out.
Yeah.
Easton, all these dudes came out. So like when you talk about the '94 class, we amongst a lot of the heavyweights, and to be able to stand our ground in the sense to say where we were holding our own. You know what I'm saying? We were touring with a lot of these artists. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we first met. Even boot camp when they came out on the road with them. It's like 95, 96. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we really had concentrated so much on making the records the way we did because we knew we was competing with New York, artist-wise. You know what I'm saying? So like we got accepted into a realm of hip-hop music where, like I said, our class exists of like cellar dwellers, natural elements, and man, bro, like, you know, Lyricist Lounge, we did those first Lyricist Lounge when they first started, like Village Gate, you know, we were doing all of those. So this is when, you know, we all started off. So I watched cellar dwellers get on stage and do duck, duck, ha, duck, duck, goose. I seen all of that, you know, and to be from that class of, you know, knowing that a lot of, you know, cats like football either didn't get drafted or they didn't get picked. Some went to other leagues where they we blew up in different countries or doing something else. You know, whether it be being a producer or whatever else different from hip hop was. But it's like I take pride in where we came from because that's when you amongst those dudes, you sharpening fucking sword. Like, bro, you couldn't go. You talking about High Road, Oakland? We went to first went there. Dell was the first dude at the record store meeting me and Tame because he knew what we was already doing. So it was crazy. Like, you can't take like it's hard to understand. Sometimes even me and Tame lasting through that shit. Even with us breaking up and coming back, that's just how many people was fucking with us to say we're gonna last as long as y'all last, and that's why we here. And it's a testament to how hard we work. But that's everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody still from my class still working. Mine's still working. He was still touring. Everybody's still doing something close to what they was already doing. But that's just, you know, that year and that era from 94, 98, everybody just, let's go.
It was serious. Serious. Yo, skills mattered then. Like, you had to be nice. And like, there's a lot of cats from that era, son. You just named cats that I forgot. Like, yo, Boogie Monsters performed at my spring break at Southern Connecticut State University. Like, like that album was flawless.
Great.
Flawless album. I mean, there's a lot of motherfuckers. And some of these cats are still, you know what I'm saying, still working. Big up UG, you know what I'm saying? He's still
Word up, UG, my dude. We went to Columbia with them. That was like to do that, because I'm the dude that's going around still telling cats like, or playing shit with them, like on fucking Bobito and freestyle. Cellar Dwellers, Natural Elements had some of the best nights freestyle wise on Stretch and Bob. Like I got that I caught on tape that I can play for motherfuckers today and like listen to that. Like that's the art right there. Like these, I mean, like Voodoo, Butter, Swift, like I don't know if y'all know Natural Elements music. If y'all do, good for fucking you. If you don't know, your ass in for a treat. Cause I can say like a couple of songs, but I can say immediate gratification, go to Bust Mine. And you understand like when we had to run around with dudes like that, why we had to be sharp. And understand that like even no matter us being on a major label, as far as Atlantic, we was like all of the rest of them. But on our label, we were just like, fuck it, we gonna do. And nothing they can tell us creatively to do because we doing it anyway. So we was just trying to achieve a goal of what an underground independent artist couldn't do on a major label.
Right. Yo, yeah, I got the bus line queued up. Maybe we can play a little bit of it.
Word. Hey, shit. Why not? Why not?
Let me see.
That's my shit.
Name an element. Water, air, earth, fire. I direct your attention. Water, air, earth, fire. Name an element. Water, air, earth, fire. I direct your attention. Water, air, earth, fire.
It's the return of the 45 caliber killer. You know the steez, I'm like the cheese, making rappers spread and freeze. The soul on bread and cheese, take aim and blast everywhere between your head and knees. The ciphers are dead MCs.
I'm letting these niggas know that we dope like Lebanese cocaine, ready to roll with no shame, steady control, we hold pain, my flow aim and cock back at close range. I never slow king, natural elements, the whole name, my throat flame, control brains, I bust mine to the gold chain, incredible shit, making my competitors flip before we bust off. They got us on the federal list.
Battling us is a terrible risk. The sage is pin. It's like a sword that separates your skin. Then I collect the wages of sin, cause the hard to plagiarize is thin. My 12 gauge engages men, cause
I'm a bust mine before you bust yours.
I'd rather die for a cause than to die just because.
Yo, my perception of this world is fucked up.
Don't ask me why.
Everybody up in this world keep getting high, cause I'm a bust mine before you bust yours.
I'd rather die for a cause than to die just
Yo,
because.
my perception of this world is fucked up.
Don't ask me why.
That's why everybody up in this world, I represent some elements like the periodic table. Fuck all your idiotic fables. And we got a stable like the hand that rocks the cradle. The trifecta theories apply to my cerebral. I proceed to operate through the fake fools, scrutinize and stress us, but I don't want that. My mind's computerized like LexisNexis. I brutalize niggas that test us.
Man, dudes is crazy.
It's funny that you it's funny that
Hey,
you brought
brother.
them, funny that you brought them up because I remember them and I fucked with them when they dropped this shit, but like they kind of just I don't know.
Yeah, they were doing. I mean, they was the first kind of MCs in the group, but they was also doing their individual albums and projects and singles and shit like that. So like, it was also hard to differentiate their voices at the time. Sometimes like Swift and Boo, I couldn't tell sometimes. But when they did their own records, I thought, oh, okay, I got it.
Right. Yo, so here's what I really been waiting to get into, and this is what I it's very important to me. As I've said before, you're the most professional artist that I've worked with. We've you know what I'm saying, we've done business a few times.
Yes, indeed. I appreciate you for that too. Early.
You know what I'm saying? Like this cat did a feature for my man Mo. Big up Mo Nadon. Did a feature for him. Turned that shit around in 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? we gave him the loot. He's like, I'm on the way to the studio right now. Knocked it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? Came through with all the steps, everything. We're like, oh, okay. Like, you know, so punctual, on time. Yo, listen, I didn't even have to think today to like hit you up and remind you about this shit and nothing like that. Like, you hit me up to do like a sound check type shit. You know what I mean? Like, so couple questions. Have you always been like this, or did you like, or were you sloppy at first and then like realized you had to wise up a little bit?
Nah, I always been like this. Since a kid, I just try to like, you know, my mom's pretty much, and definitely my father, may he rest in peace. He pretty much told me, you get nothing in life if you sit your ass down. And I get bored real fast. I've always, even in school, I used to always get, I was the dude in class that would get the perfect attendance award every day. Like, that shit mattered to me. I don't know why. I just like to go to school. But I've always tried to just, you know, and everything, you're not going to always be perfect. But you can try to be damn near. In business, you almost always have to be perfect because you're dealing with other people, and you're dealing with other people either emotions or feelings or attitude. So you have to be like, okay, if I'm only trying to do this, like if you like the way you hit me up, even when I saw your page, I'm like, oh, I fuck with him. I said, because this dude ain't scared to say what he's trying to say. I know where it's coming from. It's heartfelt, and I was like, you know what? And when you came, when we got the chat and stuff, and then you asked me to do it, I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, I look at everything like a job first. It almost sounds like a damn Ford commercial, whether that commercial is job one.
Yeah, that just sounded official as hell, my nigga. Like,
but it's just, you know, I want people to know that if they're gonna work with me, I'm gonna do my best in this shit, because I do the paper feature shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of cats will pray. They pray and hope that when they send their money, that they're gonna get a quality verse. They're gonna get the communication. They will hope that it's not gonna take long. All of that shit. So I take that into consideration first, because I, don't want people looking at me like, bro, I go on tour, and all of the promoters, when other people leave, artist-wise, they tell you what they were doing before shit they do wrong, shit they felt like they could have did, So I always tell them, like, you know what? When I leave here, y'all not gonna have no story about me. Y'all gonna make sure y'all gonna tell everybody that when we leave here, that these motherfuckers came into town on these horses and did their job and rode the fuck out, and I had no issue, because they talked to other promoters. Other MCs talked to other MCs, producers talked to other producers. Yo, how was he, in far as business doing this? Like, hey, you gonna tell him that, nah, he was cool, I had no issue. Turnaround was 2 days, maybe, and the only reason why it won't be 2 days is because I might have to go somewhere else to do the song, or wait for somebody, or be in line for the time or whatever. But majority of the time, I'm not gonna have cats waiting no more than a week. But it won't be because I don't want to do it, not because it's something else. But I just feel like, this is the easiest fucking job to do in the world. Whoever don't agree with me, if you're doing this professionally, you're lying. It's easy as that. This is, me and AG had talked about this, where it's like, we're getting paid for our thoughts. It's not like I'll never say regular person, because I was that regular person. I worked a fucking job since I was 14 years old. Whether I was working in a diner, washing dishes, whether I worked in Ray Rogers at 16, McDonald's, motherfucking Dunkin' Donuts. I was a security guard until I started working at St. Michael's Hospital in Newark, New Jersey for like 5 or 6 years. I worked in nuclear medicine for a good year and a half. I wasn't supposed to be doing that. I was in there just for some like summer program thing. My uncle, that they were doing in the hospital. My uncle worked in there, and he brought me in. But I learned everything. I was first only transporting patients, then dropping off reports to the different floors in the hospital. Then I'm like, learning how to take the X-ray. I did everything in there besides inject the patient with the radiation. So I was like, okay, this is boring as hell. Like, I can't do X-ray shit. They wanted to put me in this radiology school and all that. I was like, nah, man. I remember sitting with this Scottish lady. She was funny as hell, Mary Ann. She was sitting with me. And Ellie, why you don't want to do this? I said, because look at us right now. We're sitting at this computer, and we're taking a picture of the head, and this is taking like, 15 minutes. And every part of the body take a different time frame to do what you got to do. But it was dope and weird when you're like a heroin addict, when they injected the patient with the radiation, because you saw how fast that radiation went through their body. You think about an addict on heroin, that shit went from like bow to you just saw it going through their body. The whole image of the radiation, it was like a tree, roots going through. So that's all you saw in the camera. So we doing it in the chest. That take like 15 minutes. The pelvic take fucking half hour. I'm like, yo, you know what? So I'm telling her, like, yo, this is boring for me. Like, I'll do it. I mean, to like make some bread, but like if every day is like this, I can't do it. So I even was walking through the hallway. I always looked at the job postings on the wall, like, okay, X-ray file clerk. I'm doing that already. Doing this right here because I'm going up and down to the X-ray floor, CAT scan. I'm doing all this shit. Like, let me just go fill out for this job. Filled out for that job, I got it because I was already knowing the system. That shit was hard, having to read the report over the phone and all this medical terms. And I did it good. It was like, okay, shit, Elliot know how to read. All right, so I got the job. Only thing, I was the youngest dude on the floor. And I just had to just write out the X-ray, put the report in the slip, and wheel it the cart down to the doctor to read. After I did that, you know, that's when we got our deal, and I quit. It was hard. I was the best damn X-ray file clerk in St. Michael's. I even got enough in where I learned the computer system in order to teach anybody else. But I don't know, at night I'll be in the studio doing songs and shit. So they wanted the album. They like, "You doing a what album?" Yo, the video came out. Dude, I was like, you know, still on the bus coming to work. So dude on the bus was looking at me like, yo, I seen you somewhere. Yeah, on this damn bus every day. Like, no, bro, I saw you on TV. I you know, didn't care nothing about that. I'm still going to work. I'm in the job hall. I'm like, yo, I saw you on the video last night. What the hell? I was like, yo, don't worry, I ain't gonna be here too long. And that was that. So, you know, it's always been in me, because I had mad nights where we were in the studio where I would leave the studio, go right back to work. I had to bring a change of clothes with me, but I wouldn't go back home. I'd go right back to work. So, you know, this work ethic been always in me. I think from working so much, that's why I get up in the morning every day, 6:30, 7 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, let's go. I gotta fold all this shit. I gotta do this. But it's like, you know, I don't write everything down, but mentally I know, like even today, that's why I'm like, fuck it, yo, look, do a test, because I know how it was when we tried to get on before. So that's just wanting to be on point. I don't know. It's like I said, it's not a hard thing to do, bro. It's easy to do.
Yo,
I'm not going to Amazon to do all that shit, work on the line. I'm not working at putting cars together. I know a lot of people that work hard-ass jobs, but I'm sitting here getting paid but we're getting paid your thoughts. Your thoughts better be fucking so good that people want to buy them. That's the hardest thing to tell people. Like, you may think this is the easy job, but when you think the magic happened, I gotta sit there and fucking think hard to make y'all happy to say, like, that shit is hot. Like, I want to buy that. And that's my shit I gotta do.
Right. Yo, so then, okay, you're basically an anomaly, because I deal with rap niggas all the time who are not like that, who don't show up, who fall asleep, who miss interviews, who, yo, I got a nigga right now. Who paid for a service 2 years ago. I hit him up about the service, promo shit. He did 3 times. He didn't respond to me.
Wow, and he already spent his breath.
But he paid me. 2 years and 6 months. He hits me up the other day asking where's his money. I get fugazi shit, babe. So why is it that the industry? So I have a theory, but I just want to hear your take on it. Why is it that within the rap industry, it's rampant unprofessionalism, like through and through? Punctuality means nothing. 1 hour means 3 hours. I'm on my way means I'm not gonna leave for another hour. Like niggas gotta smoke like 20 L's. I mean, I want to smoke my weed too, like, but just get to the spot first and smoke your weed. Right. Like niggas gotta like, what is it, man? Where niggas don't care about like being on time, about communicating. Yo, I'm not gonna be able to make it, or so I'm just, you know, it's all across the board. It's not just interviews, it's everything. You know what I'm saying? Like just timing, everything. What is it?
I'll say this. You got dudes coming from an era of where a lot of things were taken care of for them, like prior to doing all this shit. Like when you're talking about when somebody's like putting a schedule together for you or something like that. You know, a lot of this shit is now built on how we move on our own. So you wonder why a lot of cats not doing as much or going as far, because that work part is hard to put in when somebody was setting it up for you, or like somebody controlling your page or some shit like that. You know, I don't know, but I think that it's first start with the person. You know, they got to really care about like what you're trying to do, That's why I don't kind of like ask for a lot of shit from people when it comes to doing this. Like, I'm scared to ask cats to do songs, or that's the rejection of like even how you feel, because I know how I am when it comes to doing work. So especially if I'm paying and the interest is not as much as there, I'm not going to be interested in doing work with the person or whatever like that. But I also understand that a lot of cats from my era, like I said, a lot of hand holding. You know what I'm saying? Where dudes getting, like I said, like most of the time they just had to come in the session, do their shit, and leave. Where it was like already, you know, but it was still, you know, motherfuckers are human where they like, you know, lose track of time. I don't know. But for me, I think it's unprofessional because we all have our time staked in doing what we're doing. And you taking out time in your day to even do this, just like I am. I don't think a lot of dudes take that into consideration because, or think about the person that's asking them to do the interview or the song or the job to understand why that's happening because you're a fan of them. So it's always disappointing. You know, I say that in the song where a lot of cats, whether it's music, whether it's doing a show, the most thing they worry about that they hope that you're not an asshole. Because, you know, that's when you got to go back to what Guru said. When he meet motherfuckers, he say his piece and shake their hand and say, I'm out. And that time of respect is gone because even without a nigga knowing you, you can at least, you know, understand that I'm coming to you with a business opportunity that you can take serious. And a lot of dudes don't work because of that. You know, I don't know why it's not like that because these are the ways that I get by and get through and my message and what I'm trying to do. And for anybody to take me seriously, even for doing a show and get paid to do it, I would have to at least respect them. For, you know, I see a lot of dudes do shit where, you know, they feel like, you know, they it's just supposed to be like that.
Right.
They be dissing dudes, dissing the promoter, dissing the radio, the DJ, whatever. To a point where it's like, yo, bro, like, do you realize, like, this nigga ain't got to play your record. This promoter dude, they got to book you. And a lot of times, dudes don't get to go back to a lot of these places that they go to because they're being unprofessional.
Right.
When you got to go up at the sound check, you know, get into the next city. Like, we do a lot of touring. And when you going in between cities, you got to hurry up and get to that next spot. Because there's a certain time frame that they want us to do a sound check. And we can't show up late to that shit because when it's time to go on stage and when the sound fucked up, we can't blame nobody but ourselves. We're not dead on time. So
right.
a lot of dudes don't think about the person that they're doing business with that have the, like I said, the courtesy of if you're gonna be late, because like I said, my phone don't blow up like where it's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Why this ain't like that? Why you ain't, I mean, like that would fuck me up in my head to say like, yo, somebody is like not saying I'm on point. Like, nah, fuck that. I'm on point. Let's get this over with. I know, and also I get the phone calls. I get phone calls, DM, text, email. Did you fix that verse yet? Did you do this yet? So I'm always constantly reminded about it. But I don't mind that because I know what dude's been through.
Yo, and here's the thing. It's straight up inconsiderate, man. Like, that's all. That's what it boils down to. I've had dudes, yo, because here's the thing. You've seen how much you get tagged in something when we promo it, right? Like, you've seen it. Like, it's at least 6 to 7 times, right? So you've seen it's probably annoying as shit. But
nope.
But like, so I've had artists, you know, so that's how we do it every single time, right? I've had cats go, yo, I was out to the movies with my wife and we're not gonna make it back in time. It's gonna be an hour before we get back. What? Like, you've known we've been tagging you all day in this shit. So like, at least if you knew that was gonna happen, just let me know. I'll reschedule. I'll do a live show myself. It's fine. If shit comes up, whatever. Life happens, man. But like, communicate. And then it's like, and then cats look at me like I'm crazy when I'm like, yo, that's fucked up, B. Like, I'll say it. Like, yo, and niggas be like,
I've had shit where I had to do a podcast and like, I'm like, fuck it, let's do it while I'm out here in the mall or walking around. I've done that before. And just the fact that, you know, I'm if I'm not home or like with the banner in the back or nothing like that, I'm like, look, I'll do it which way we got to do it, because I know you got a time frame on what you're doing, whether you broadcasting it live or you taping it to play it another time, and where they gonna either edit it. And so I get that. I'm like, yo, I don't want to fuck your shit up. So and I don't want to miss the opportunity, because one thing you gotta understand, you don't know who these people are when you do that to them. Like, you don't know who they are, where they live at, who they work with, who they know. Like, to even put you on their show, and I always say, man, like, you never know who you fucking with until some shit happen where you like, oh damn, like that was dude. Like I work with people where they send me beats and I got heat that I can't even remember who the people were because I can't find their damn email. I'm like, oh my god, like I'm ready to put alerts on dudes and be like, yo, I need this. If you know the person, put it out there, because I know when they send me the track, they're taking their time out. It's like, let me hear your shit. So they hoping like I'm liking it enough to pay attention, to, like even work with them.
Right.
It's like if I'm going to be out and he said he want to send me the beats to check out, I'm at least let you know, like, yo, I'm gonna be here at this time. I'm in the whip or I'm in the Uber. I'll be home at such. If you still want to do it now, I'll get on live with you, and then let them understand. Like, still, I'm not trying to do it. And they like, fuck it. Most of the time, they say, let's do it now. Right. So it's like, Raleigh, let's do it live now, wherever you at. If they know that they only got that much time to do it. Everybody got families and work at a job and shit like that. So I understand that. So it's,
you just gotta communicate.
Everybody ain't got no feelings for shit no more. I don't know.
Right. It's just about communicating. I mean, here's the thing. You see both sides of the picture. You're talking about, like, you understand the time it takes to do, and here's the bottom line is, some artists basically flat out showed it through their actions that they don't care about the people like pumping their shit as much and doing
right.
it.
Most of the time for a lot of cats it's about bread.
What's that?
Most of the time for a lot of dudes it's about money, or like what am I getting out of this?
Right. And it's like, yo, motherfucker, you are one of like 30 million artists right now trying to get some love. And here's a fucking outlet that is showing you mad love. Maybe show a little bit of, like, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So the thing is, you get both sides of it, in that. But one of my theories is this, man. A lot of niggas didn't really have 9-to-5s, man. You know what I'm saying, in this shit, right? A lot of niggas, street niggas, man. And so it's always been 2 to 3 hours behind shit. Like, so it's like, I feel like a lot of cats are having a hard time adjusting and adapting to, like, yo, like, 9 doesn't mean 11. It means 9.
Right.
That's what it really means. There's no hidden code there, nothing like that. It means 9. Like, show up.
You're right. Because I tell dudes, like, I look at shit like a plane. If you ain't at the airport on time, your ass gonna be trying to make it there, and when you get to the gate, the door will be closed, and the lady telling you can't get on. So right, I try to tell dudes, look at life even like that. Like, nobody gonna wait for you. You got your own timing, but that timing say in 20 minutes this gate closed, and if you ain't here, we leaving you. So that's how you got to look at everything in life. And for me, opportunity wise, fucking doors open and they close fast. So it's like you gotta take that time. And like I said, you don't know who. Perfect example, Jazz Spastics. When we did that song with them, I knew about them through the name and production and everything. And it was a song that I liked that Apani did with them, but I didn't know that it was them. But when they approached me and Tame to do the song, I saw the email and I was like, oh shit, I know who these dudes are. And, it's a job. And they knew that they were paying us to do the job, but I also said to Tame, I was like, yo, I think this might be something where, like, it might benefit us later. So, and I say it all the time, let's treat it not like a scrimmage, but let's treat it like a one-on-one with another 2 dudes, and let's try to, get these dudes off the court. But in a professional way where it's like, oh shit, these dudes ain't playing. So we did the song, and we just, I did like we always do, give them the files and shit like that. And once I saw the next thing I heard from it was the video with the rabbit and the bear and the monkey scratch. I'm like, what the fuck? But that's what I mean, where it's like, if you take your job seriously, that is the benefit of what you're gonna get out of it. Not, you know, we're gonna get no video for that, but it was the first single and everything. But I was like, damn. I was like, you know, what if we didn't take that seriously like that? What if, you know, and this is the part I mean, where it's like the people you working with, you can't not think that they somebody because you think you somebody, and then here you go. You put yourself, and it happens to a lot of people, bro, because you don't realize, even when we do features, I don't know who all these dudes are from all over the world working with other people, but for the little bit of money I've taken sometimes for features, get me to where they be at. That's how we got to Colombia. That's how we get overseas. Because you can be a greedy motherfucker and treat a dude like, you know, yo, I'm looking at you like lunch. Let me take your money, but you don't know who they are.
You
And
don't.
then here you go, miss the opportunity that you probably could have had that had been something good for you. And dudes, you know, treat everybody the same. Like, yo, everybody not lunch line money, man.
Right,
You know,
right.
sometimes they'll turn into when you go overseas and you get that European Grammy or that motherfucking recognition that you probably won't get at home. That's why we keep getting booked and go back and forth there. You gonna get that, you gonna see it, you gonna see all that shit, bro. I mean, it's like all of this shit is attainable. I just think that even for the age that we at, for a lot of the cats that we talking about, they don't even realize how much they can do because they so like, yo, damn, I gotta do what? This, how much that cost? I gotta do this shit. Oh, so they so used to, you know, y'all handle that shit. No, man, like we in this time right now. There's no holding hands and motherfucking publicist lady over there, you know, that's made famous because they do work for y'all. Now y'all trying to just do everything on your own and you can save that money. The only thing you should be paying for right now is when our records come out is a marketing campaign online. And try to still get in the magazine. Pay for that shit. Pay for a publisher that's gonna get you in some shit that you can't get yourself in. That's the part of doing your own shit where you control your situation, where people see you doing that and they're like, damn, word, I don't have to go to the middleman. A lot of times that's what we doing. A lot of dudes, they willing to let somebody else control their page and all the algorithm and shit. And it's like, yo, bro, like this is you. You can't let somebody else talk for you. So that's why you don't see a lot of motherfuckers doing the shit they supposed to be doing because they letting somebody else do it. People, all these people that's watching it right now, for the fact that we control our page and they get to talk to us and they know it's real, that's why shit click with people because it don't take much to take some time out of your day. Even when I'm sending this merch out, y'all, I love tagging all that shit on the thing, man. Like, it keep me from tagging on y'all shirt when y'all see me in person. Because I don't want y'all to destroy the shirt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they be like, yo, sign my shirt. I'm like, you got the bag, bro. Like, no. So I'm like, come on, we messing it up. But that's what they want. And it's not hard to be yourself. People that fucking buy shit from you and take their time out of the day to say, hey, yo, what's up? I'm just a fan. I'm in your DM. Hey, it's cool. Be in my DM. Because you don't know what's going to happen to me tomorrow, next week, next year. So we ain't talking about flowers, but let's, like, at least on here, we can be the best of motherfucking friends. Cheers. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's about. This is why we got these tools today that we didn't have before, where it's like you have no excuse now not to be able to move on this shit.
That's what I always say, man. Like, this shit is free for now. Like, it's free. Like, this is, I have a love-hate relationship with Instagram because I'm always getting blocked. But every move that I've made, Hyro Day, like, I met you. I mean, it's all because of this shit.
Right. It's all because of this.
So it's like, it's like you use it for what it's. If you use it for what it's supposed to be used for, you can do what you need to do.
Right.
Like,
yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been a victim of using this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, I always tell people when you get unfocused for a lot of shit you're supposed to be doing, usually you fucking crash and burn, and you fail. Because a lot of times you're not. It's like the racehorses when they coming out that gate, they don't see that shit over there. Like, I gotta look here. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be like, for me, where I'm at, can't be no distraction of taking you off your square of what you're trying to accomplish goal wise. That's still very fucking hard to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially because we ain't in that era of what we said when we naming all these groups that's coming out in 1 week and 1 day. Now it's like every fucking week, every Friday, it's somebody. It may not be somebody substantial, but it's somebody. So in between all these somebodies, for myself and a lot of dudes in my era, everybody know fan-wise when they look at the back of our record, what year we came out. So for them, you know, for us making the music we hopefully make it for them today, it's like when we see the 50 greatest NBA players come out, even still now, you see them a little, you know, you see them, even though Dr. J is a little crazy right now, you like to see him. Like, all right, my man look good. You see certain players like, okay, Iverson, still got the braids, but that nigga's a killer. He's still the same. But it's just the same for us. People follow you, they want to feel proud that they fucking with us because in order for them to still follow us, we still have to be great at what we're doing and what got us there in the first place. To be in these people's ears and hands on these records, you know, it is something you can't take for granted. You know, it might sound all cliche, but the shit is like, I seen a lot of dudes fail at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck how nice you was, how nice you are. Like, the one thing you could actually do that's easy as hell is be nice to a motherfucker that is really taking time out of their life to bother you or be like some kind of connection. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most simplest thing you can do. You can't be so like standoffish and so anti-social to a point where you turn these people off where they just like, you know what, man? Like, I've seen it. Like, yo, I ain't buying them motherfucking records no more. That's just off them meeting somebody. That's crazy.
Yo, I've listen, I've had cats show up 45 minutes late for an interview wanting to do it. But you know what? Sorry, I can't because I have another show starting at 10 o'clock. That's why I scheduled it at 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like my time is just as valuable as yours. And I feel like a lot of cats look at it like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And that's why, like, I respect you so much because, like, dealing with you is like a breath of fresh air. It's like you respond, you answer, you communicate, you're on point with everything. It's just like, it's because I always say, like, I'm gonna move like I'm making money and move like I'm a business, whether or not I'm bringing in tons of revenue or not. I'm gonna move like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move professional. So it's like, I appreciate, because I don't see it, man. I don't see it a lot in this game. Like, and it pisses me off.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, because we all moving. It's like, you know, a lot of cats want a lot of understanding. I think they got to do the same thing.
Yo,
even if they're doing a lot.
Yo, you said one time you told me that you kind of like working with new artists. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like no different than Mo. You know, I know a lot of times I don't know when I'm gonna get like a cat to come at me to do a song, but I see shit in people where's that, like, okay, like I could work with this person. Like another dude I want to work, Denmark Bessie, I like him. You know, we talked about doing some shit and through the hip hop camp tour we was there. You know, but it just made me feel like when I look at like Joker, bro, I was like, no, he's like Mo. When I look at them, I'm like, okay, I like how his voice down. A lot of people didn't help us when we came up. You know what I'm saying? So like I pay attention to a lot of that, and you know, for a lot of things I can let Joker do by himself, I'm like, nah, bro. Like I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna rock with you too, and then let you go ahead and do this by yourself. Because by the time we do this, you pretty much know what you want to do on your own. But fuck it, man, I want to do a record with you. I just know what it sounds like. So when like you play me motion, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Another one, let's go. You know, these are the things that are gonna keep me relevant in a circle of people that might listen to them in a different age group. Right. So I know that they're looking at me like, they know where I'm coming from. So they're like, hey, let's see how he gonna sound with him. So it's just that, you know, my man Fresh Daily, you know, I got a song with him on the album with me and Mint Plus. We did that song in 2011, 2012. But I knew even then, because I knew about him on the circuit. So I'm like, he made records and he battled shit, but this my man, like, he looked like somebody that I know that I need to be working with anyway, because I already know his caliber of what he was doing. So I'm like, yo, that makes sense. So people gonna hear that. You know, I have a song on the album with me and Mick, female MC Empress, and my friend Shay Leone. I put them on the song because y'all need to be on the song first of all. Talent wise, I know y'all can do it, but I know it's gonna bring something different for me and pull something out of me that's gonna make me come to their level of people that fuck with them that probably didn't mess with me before. Say like, oh shit, OG, you sound good with them. Or, you know, if it's a female singer, I'm gonna put you on this song, and I know you're writing it. This is your shit. I have nothing to do with your part. This is what we're gonna do. I never had singing on the joint. Can you do this for me? Even if they don't know you, we're gonna make the shit work. And that's how it works. And these are the chances that we give people that say, like, if a lot of times, you know, we all don't have no money. I never want to be no label dude, manager, no shit like that. So I'm not going to put no money in nobody's pocket unless we're going on the road and you're going to work for it like I do. But I do give the chances to where it's like, okay, the best thing I could do for you, for the little power that I have is being Elder Sensei in the Artifacts group, is let's do this music. Because then at least if we do that, whatever I can offer to the table as me being me will get you maybe a little bit further than where you was at by yourself. And then we go from there. Because with that comes the show. With that comes, if the shit pop off, then we're going on the road. You're going to see the shit we see. And then you're going to learn that shit. Because when you get on the road, it's like living with a motherfucking apartment and you there with them. You know, oh shit, we on a train, we on a plane, we on a boat, we got, you know, you in close quarters with people. So this is what's going to make you sharp. Because these are the things we had to do. So that's why I tell Joker, like, yo, you come with me. If I'm talking to such and such and whoever, I'm like, all I'm doing, I'm like, here, Dish, Barn Jackson, nigga, that's my man right there. Talk to him. And I step off. And I'm looking at Joker. And I'm telling him, like, yo, work the room. If I point to somebody and we go over there, blah, 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 this is my man right here. I'm gonna go, Joker, you want to drink? I'll be right back. I better be over there at that bar looking at you like, you better talk. Because now this your shit now. Because these are the things as the MC, like, it's not just about going to the studio. Not just about writing your rhymes and shit like that. It's like, especially if you want to be, like we talking about responsible, you have to meet people that you feel gonna put you in a situation that is good for you. I'm one, but I'm gonna put you in rooms with people where I'm like, you need to talk to him. Like, I'm not gonna always be there. It's gonna be shit you gotta do by yourself. Talk to him. Put that shit on the phone. Go on and get that email. Because these are the things that middleman wise you can do by yourself. Because I'm a middleman to people that all these people I work with. But I'm like, yo, hey, look, here got some tools, here got some shit right here. You can build your own shit. And I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna support you and rock with you. But this is what all of these people I work with need to do. And I mean, I'm talking about from Steve's brothers in Colombia, my man Pico in Switzerland, I'm sorry. My man MacGyver in Amsterdam, my man Orko in Amsterdam. I mean, these dudes, I take them seriously. When I'm with them, Doc found out. We was in Amsterdam with Orko and his Italian dudes. We went to a restaurant, they shot a video at the restaurant, they locked the whole restaurant down. Food just kept coming. We outside shooting a video, they all wild and shit. But these was like Amsterdam Italian dudes, like in their hood. All their friends came out. X was on the camera, like, he got you writing on the wall, L. I said, but he was happy about it. And he was just, and when you see other people that's in a whole nother country that's like you, but they're younger and they rocking whatever, 50, about to be 50, some years old, they looking at us like, y'all like us, like, you're just older. So they appreciate that shit, man.
Yo, that's what's up, man. That's beautiful. I mean, it's crazy because You don't see that vibe is not there a lot, man. You know what I mean? Like what you just shared, like that's not the energy that a lot of cats have, and they look at it like completely differently.
Yeah, I mean,
Completely.
like I said, do a lot of cats ain't got the patience.
Got what?
They ain't got the patience for it. A lot of them.
Yeah, and that's why. And then, but then they're the same ones crying though that people don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the same ones whining and saying like, "Yo, why? You know, I did all this. Why? You know?" So, last before we go, the merch game, man.
Okay.
You've been listen. That shit. You've been on fire with that shit. Really going hard with that. Talk about that. How can like? How can we get it? First of all.
Well, I got the. I'm actually adjusting some things on the merch page as far as on the link in my bio. But yeah, you can go there and look at everything. I'm actually getting the buttons put back on there. I don't know, sometimes I be tripping because my man is the webmaster in Belgium, but he's fixing it actually today. The only thing that's missing is the buttons to actually purchase. But I have an option on the page because a lot of times when people buy stuff, they might just jump in their order. I give them the option at the bottom, and all the writing is in red. If you want to hit me first and email me, I tell them to do that because then at least I can tell you if something's there or not before you just order it, and I might not have it. Because a lot of times, everybody is on Instagram following me, so which is dope. Because a lot of the shit that I got on my Instagram page is not on the website. It's almost like going to the Ralph site, and then you go on to eBay, because a lot of the shit on there ain't on the Ralph site no more. Or not in Marshalls or something like that. So, you know, I make sure to have exclusive pieces on the Instagram page, and a lot of different colors are coming. I learned that to be more consistent with the flavors and the colors, but I keep the main colors on the page, on the merch page. And throughout the Instagram page though, you know, because the windbreaker is not even on the site. I'm doing a whole bunch of different stuff that might not even, I can't even ask them to post on the site. So I just tell people to follow me on Instagram because the camera windbreakers and the red and blue ones like the one you got. I'm just trying to do it in a more professional way soon, whereas like with my own tags and a lot of the stuff that, you know, will come with like trying to get shit in the actual store, you know, better product. You know, I'm working with what I'm working with, but also understanding that it's a gear thing and this merch shit is about colors, is about popping colors. For people like me and yourself, a lot of ladies liking some of the colors that's coming, and that's good because they always scared to buy the merch because, you know, dudes, men, yo, please, right now, if y'all hear me, ladies wear hip-hop clothes too. If you with your lady and she a DJ or she just like the same kind of hip-hop you do, cop her a shirt when you get yours. You'll probably be the happiest woman on the earth because we look at hip-hop like we like how women like sports. So dudes freak out when they're like, oh, you like a shirt? Really? Oh, so hit me up. I mean, I got all the shirts for y'all. You know, this thing is something that I just want everybody in the world to have an Artifacts product on their body. I have an ongoing dream of being at a show and everybody in the crowd got on the Artifacts something. Whether it's a hat, that 5-panel dad hat, you know, bucket hat. And a lot of times people do show up at these shows, but I had a dream, and every time I see it, I'm like, oh shit, everybody got a shirt on or something on. You know, so that's like, you know, that's why I'm on this mission to get this gear out there, you know, and shout out to Knockout Custom Screen Printing in California, my man Bobby. He's a hard worker. I mean, he's doing my shit in between doing somebody else's shit, in between somebody else's shit. You know, shout out to New Jersey Ink Shop in Long Branch, New Jersey. They are responsible for all the snapbacks, all the 5 panels. You know, it's a beautiful thing to have them in Jersey. You know, I like to have it separate. I've been there when you got one person doing everything. And I get that part of you know, one being here. You know, I don't mind the shipping is almost just the same. Even if it's coming from Cali and if it's coming from Jersey, I can actually go get it. So, you know, I just want everybody to know there's going to be a lot more things coming, a lot more different colors. Trying to, like, actually dive into some different stuff. So hopefully, you know, like I said, like there's a couple of things I got to change if I'm going to go walk up in the spot and say I want y'all to put this artifacts gear in the airport or downtown Newark at a clothing sports store. You know, it's going to happen. But for now, we're still on ground level, and it's about the fans, it's about everybody that bought stuff. So, you know, that's why I'm doing it.
No, that's what's up. That's what's dope, man. Elder Sensei. So we got LA in a few weeks.
Yes. June 3rd, we're going to see everybody out there in West Time, 3 hours back. We're going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like LA, San Diego, I'm going to be out there for 3 pop-ups. And schoolyard record. I've been doing stuff, so I ain't going to remember. But we're going to be out there the 17th, 18th, and 19th. Y'all follow me. I'm going to post up all the flyers. Y'all going to see it all.
Word.
Tomorrow will be with me on that weekend. I'm going to make sure we're gonna squeeze in everything in one weekend, because that's gonna be the first one is important. So we're gonna be on.
No, let's go. Yeah, listen.
On speed dial.
I'm ready, man. I'm looking at it like an NBA road trip. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, exactly.
Just going for a West Coast road trip.
Playoff run.
Yeah, that's it, man. So I'm ready to go, man. I'm gonna be ready to get busy. So, no, say less, man. We're ready to. You know, I'm ready to run. So, we'll talk on the details on that. So we'll be out there. Artifacts album, hopefully dropping in July, whatever it is this summer is for Buck Wild Artifacts. So always a pleasure, man. We'll talk soon.
No doubt, sir. No doubt.
Big up, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
No doubt. I'll see you there in a couple of weeks.
Word. Very Jersey. All right, be good.
Peace.
Salute. Thanks to everybody joining in.